Hey, welcome back. It's Donna Drake with Live It Up, and with us now is Nicole Larson. I met Nicole at an IDS event, an Interior Designer Society event with Stephen Fanuca, right, which was so much fun. And she is a fabulous photographer, and we welcome her. How are you?
Oh, very good. How are you?
Good. So it was nice to meet you that day because here I was out on location shooting at this event, and I knew that I needed some B-roll. I knew that I needed like some special ththings. It was so visual that day.
And it was a good picture.
Absolutely.
It was fun. He was so much fun.
He was so much fun. The millionaire.
$1 million contractor.
There you go, $1 million contractor. So when I asked you, the thing I liked best about you is that you were an instant yes for me. We had never met.
No.
I said, I need some help.
No.
I said, I see you taking beautiful pictures of all these fantastic designers. Can I borrow them if I give you credit? And you're like, yeah. So then I said, please come on the show. So welcome.
No, thank you.
Let's talk about your skills, your talents. Nicole Larson, photography. Why did you go into photography?
I took it in college, and then I was an art major and art history and drawing and painting, which was probably my first love is the drawing and painting, but always liked photography. And after that, I was painting murals and doing faux finishes for a living, and then I had my daughter, and I worked a little bit, did some props for like the Lynch Ballet and stuff like that. But when I came back to working again, faux finishing murals were no longer in vogue, let's say. And so I, kind of pushed towards the photography and staging homes. And staging's not so popular, but the photography kind of took off. Worked for some really good designers and, architects, and built that part of my portfolio up. And then every once in a while I move on to something else.
You just did a spread for House Magazine.
I did a
What
little
was
one.
that photo location?
That was for the IDS stage. Chris Conti, designer Chris Conti, who we're talking to you about like
furniture, new furniture. Maybe?
Yeah, doing your set.
Love that.
She's so personalized. That impressed me. When I see good design, I'm like, I want to shoot it. It makes my stuff look better. I try to make them look great. So. The IDS, Chris Conti designed the stage there, and I shot the stage for her, and then they did a whole article on it in House Magazine.
So nice.
It was great. So it was a good day all around.
So you look for subjects. So what you bring to someone is you enhance it. You bring the lighting. You bring your eye. You bring the artistry.
You know what it is? It is an artistry. It is. You know what I like? I like when you find something that sets the mood, sets the tone of the space, or tells the story of the space. For a designer, when it's well designed and they, again, make good design and well thought out, make my job so much easier, because you can pull in and set the mood of, like, again, one of the designers, Chris Conti, I just shot a room, and it was for a bachelor, so it was very deco, modern deco. So there's like a linen fabrics but a deco feel, but you could tell she had like just great combinations of small, where I could take small stills of stuff that set the tone of the space.
Yeah, they always say the devil's in the detail.
It's definitely in the detail.
So you're looking for that. You set up like a landscape, if you will, right? So you want things that are close in frame, distant in frame.
I do both. I like to give my clients their choices, so they can use it in any, because you have web, you have advertising, you have different usage, and to me, everybody should have good visual images of whatever they're selling, because if you don't, you're behind the competition already.
So far behind.
So far behind.
That's what I try to tell my clients too with websites, you need to enhance it either with some type of visuals. You have to have pictures on there. You have to use the video.
And good visuals.
Something.
Yeah. Because people go in there, and that downloads into their head a million times faster than any words that you have on that whatever. They look at that, and that's what's going to tell the story of whatever it is.
And a picture paints 1,000 words,
right? At least nowadays.
Is that your motto
more.
for life? Absolutely. And you want to take pictures of people.
I do.
More people, more faces.
That's, every once in a while you establish one part of your portfolio, you move on to something else. Right now, I'm pretty good with the interiors and the architecture. The food, I dabbled in that. I'm working on a cookbook for Cassis Restaurant in a few weeks. Then next is people. I want to start really getting into people and possibly animals, and do fun things, though. Do something really whimsical and not something that you find mainstream.
And I know that you said, you mentioned your daughter. How do you inspire her? What tips can you give to adults like yourself that are artistic in nature that they might be able to impart on their children or even their neighbors' kids that say it's okay to be an artist? It's an okay career choice.
It's great to be an artist.
It absolutely
especially
is.
nowadays with computers. She's big. She's a great artist. She's better than I was. I always needed a reference. Like I needed to see the image. I could change the scale. I could do whatever, but I needed the details. She can, she's big into animation. She can, bang out it pretty easily.
It's not easy as an artist, especially growing up in the East Coast. I didn't. I'm from the Midwest. But, people want you to be a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker. In Long Island, they want you to be a doctor, a lawyer, a banker, right? So I find that people like yourselves that become a spokesperson for the arts, I value that so much. So I thank you when you came on the show, because I want people. I want to do portraits, just like you want to do portraits of people. That's what I do with my show. I do a portrait of the person.
Yes,
and I really want to have more people like yourself that are choosing to be an artist and saying, it's okay, this is who I was born to be.
Yeah.
You're having fun, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Did you ever develop your own negatives? Have you ever?
I did in college.
Yeah,
I
do you
loved
miss
the
that?
dark. I do miss it. There's such a process to it, and there was such a, actually some of the type of photography I do, the HDR, and I didn't know this, but Ansel Adams had originally done it, but by hand, and I'm like, it's
that might
it's
be on
great.
the horizon for you.
It would have been, if I would have learned that then, I would have loved it. It would have been great. I mean, it's great now, but you have software now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Ms.
you for
Nicole
having me.
Larson, and come back. We want to see some great visuals from you.
Definitely.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us.